Yo, what is up you guys? It's Dominator here and I'm back with another Pokemon TCG video. This video is going to be a little different. I've been getting back into the TCG after many years of not doing it. Basically, I used to collect these cards back when I was really young, and I ended up getting rid of my entire collection. So back about like 5 years ago, I started collecting again, and then I took a long break from it. And then recently, my cousins told me they were getting into collecting Pokemon cards, so I kind of got back into it with them. But as you know, I've posted a few TCG openings on my channel. There's a playlist, you can check that out. Other than that, though, I wanted to make this video because I think it would be pretty cool to just showcase some of my best cards I have. So this is basically just my entire Pokemon TCG collection. I got some new cards, some cool holos, a lot of really cool full arts and secret rares, and then some really old school holos that I think you guys really like. So be sure you leave a like on the video, subscribe if you're new. Thank you so much to everyone who has subscribed, and make sure you're subscribed for us to get to 10,000 subscribers, because that would just be absolutely insane. So without further ado, we'll get right into this. I'm going to probably start off with the probably least interesting cards, and then we'll make our way to the more exciting cards. So starting us off, I just have some like reverse rare holos and some holos. I have this promo holo Snubbull from the Detective Pikachu movie. When I saw the Detective Pikachu movie, I got a small pack of cards, and I don't remember where those are. Those might be somewhere in this video. We'll find out. But I got this promo actually from pre-ordering Sword and Shield. I don't know if GameStop was just trying to get rid of these cards and they gave one to me, or if it was actually a promo that I didn't know about, but there's a promo Snubbull. It's still wrapped. I never had the idea to unwrap it. I don't really care, honestly. But there's Snubbull. Not super interesting. Moving right along, we just got some noteworthy cards that I think are kind of interesting. Not like super crazy, but who knows, they could be pretty valuable. I have my Professor's Research card from Pokemon Go. This has the code that gave me special research for a Meltan and other stuff, and it was just kind of an interesting promo card. I'm not covering up the code because you can try to enter it. It will not work. I have already entered it. If it does work, let me know. That'd be insane. But I have already entered this code, so it should not work. And yeah, Professor's Research is kind of a unique card. And yeah, I figured that'd be worth interesting. Another thing that was really interesting that a lot of people didn't realize, there was a few sets I actually went pretty hard on. As you can see, I have a Shining Legends playmat, which I like to use all my recordings on, like my shiny hunting and my TCG openings on. But I went pretty hard for Shining Legends and Evolutions. Evolutions at the time was like a really unpopular set, which is so weird to think, because in my eyes, it was one of the coolest sets in general. So I tried to do a really good job completing that. Before I actually continue, I forgot to show off my my binder. Hopefully this is like a wide angle shot. I have this binder. I used to put all my cards in the binder. So I tried to complete some sets and I put them in this binder. I still have some other cards in. Evolutions was one of them, so you'll see some cards from there. But I took a lot of the really special cards out and just put them in nicer sleeves because I'm not too much of a binder person. I think they're cool on the surface, but I like just having my cards in a nice box so that I can just pull them out and look at them. But right here we have some, this is Generations. This was one of the first 20th anniversary special sets. Special sets back in the day weren't as crazy, but this was Evolutions. It was basically a lot of reprinted cards from the XY sets, and then on top of that they had some reprints from like old school sets. So I just tried to get the reverse holos of everything too. I took some out. Just some interest. There's not much in here, but as you can see, there's like a reprint Slowpoke. I think that's from Jungle originally. I could be wrong, don't quote me on that. And then there was also a reprint of Tauros in this set. So nothing super interesting. There's the Tauros up top if you can see it. I don't have the best angle. This camera doesn't like zoom out very far, but you know, nothing too interesting. I just figured I'd go through this binder really quickly and then showcase some better cards. So then It had this subset, I believe it was called Radiant Collection. I think that's what it was called. So here's some Radiant Collection holos like this Frostlass. The holos were not super rare in the Radiant Collection set. It was more like the EXs and other stuff that was a lot more cool to get. But there's just a quick rundown of that. Moving on, my other like crazy set that I went hard for was Shining Legends. Shining Legends is probably one of my all-time favorite sets because of the fact that they reprinted the Shining Pokemon. Well, they didn't reprint, they redid the Shining Pokemon, and I thought that was just really cool. And I wanted to get all the Shining Pokemon from it, so we did collect them in Japanese too, because Japanese packs were, you could get them before the English set came out, and they were cheaper anyway, so I wanted to do that. And they were always really good quality, so just going quickly through, I know it's not like the greatest angle, but I'm just trying to like quickly go through that. There are some holos in here, like the Reshiram is holo, but you are guaranteed a holo in every pack, so the holos aren't really that interesting in the set. But it had some really cool ultra rare cards in it, so just moving forward, we got some more of these cards. Electric set. As you see, there's a lot of holes. I took a lot of cards out so I could preserve them in better sleeves. So I nearly completed the set. There was basically just some hyper rares and some full arts that I didn't get, and that was basically it. Same with Evolutions. I believe the only full art I did not get from Evolutions was Brock's Grit, so we'll see that later on. So here are just more Shining Legends cards, and then basically the last couple pages, I like to collect the Dragonites, the Dratinis, and just Dragon types in general. I thought these Goodra holos were like pretty cool. I have, what? They're like multiple holos. One's like a promo holo, but sometimes they did promos where there's like a Galaxy holo on it as opposed to the standard kind of lame holo that the XY series had. So even though it doesn't say it's a promo, it was a promo from some sort of box. But so yeah, we have that one, and then we have a couple more Goodras that looks like they're from, I want to say that's Guardians Rising is the set, because I did get a Guardians Rising box. And then other than that, just some like more interesting holos. These like weird double, like, I don't know what these abilities are. They have these abilities, but the cards look pretty cool. We got this Rhyperior, Entei, Togekiss. I got a reverse rare Porygon Z in there, but then there's another reverse rare Porygon Z, which has that special ability. And then the Kingdra and Gyarados are pretty cool too. So I just wanted to show that off really quick. I'll probably skip through most of that because it's not super interesting. But moving back onto the Evolutions talk, one of the things I bought to get more Evolutions cards was a theme deck. I believe there was a couple theme decks. And what's really interesting about the theme decks is that they actually had these non-holo versions of what were normally holo cards in Evolutions. Now, they're not like super interesting, but I think these can be considered pretty valuable nowadays. But we got like a few Nitto Kings. It came with a bunch of them as well, because I don't know why, but yeah, so like more Poliwraths. We got a non-holo Ninetales. The Mew is really cool. I know a lot of people like the Mew. More Nitto Kings. Hitmonchan non-holo, like really interesting. And a crap ton of it was Poliwrath and Nitto King were like the top two, I guess, but there's those. I figured I'd show these off because they're just kind of unique and interesting, and you know, like, I mean, they're like base set reprints but non-holo versions. That's so weird. I tried to organize these cards as best I could, but like, let's be real, there aren't that many. They're not really organized, honestly, at all. They're like loosely organized. So I have some reverse rares in here that I just kind of had thrown around. Wailord, these are from newer sets. This one was from Hidden Fates. I actually opened a Hidden Fates pack and kind of got shafted on it, but whatever. Luxray, Zarude, these are from Shining Fates. Banette, Frostmoth from Shining Fates. We got some Generations, reverse holos. Here's another one of those reprint Tauros that I think is kind of cool. Dodrio, Hitmonchan, Pinsir, Jinx, another Dugtrio, and then Professor's Research from Shining Fates. And then we got some just like miscellaneous holos that I had lying around. So Indeedee from Shining Fates, I pulled a bunch of these. You guys probably already know that if you see my videos. Frostmoth, The Weezing with the absolutely horrendous print line. I don't know if you can see this. This is so funny to me. It's got this awful print line that goes through the non-holo part as well. Like, I didn't even know that was possible, but I think it's kind of funny. So there's that. Thievul. I'm pretty sure I have every Shining Fates holo with all these. So there's that. And then we have some more Generations holos, which the Butterfree's kind of cool, and I like the Raichu as well. I think these are from Champion's Path. These were like guaranteed holos, but I only opened a few packs. And then Vivid Voltage Leon, Wailord, and then I have this non-holo Charizard from Vivid Voltage. It'd be cool to get a reverse holo one, because obviously Charizard's always really popular, so, you know what it is. So I just figured I'd throw that in there. Moving forward, we have the first box of stuff. Now this is mainly just like more holos and reverse rares that I have, so I'll just like quickly scroll through these just to show if there's any like really cool ones you think there are that I'm unaware of that are like maybe really rare, really valuable. Let me know, because that'd be really cool. Here's some Evolutions holos and reverse holos. We got Chansey. I believe this is a promo Snorlax, which is from Evolutions, but it's actually I believe Snorlax was in Jungle as opposed to base set, so that was a really cool promo. I'm unsure how good the condition is. I've always mentioned this before, but back in like the XY sets and the Sun and Moon sets, especially the promos, yeah, as you can see, it's like completely worn out at the top. The quality of like the promos just weren't that great. They just didn't really preserve them very well. I love the way they do them now. They, instead of like wedging them between two notches, they have this little back that you pull up and then just falls out. It's so much nicer, but this is a really cool holo. I like the Snorlax. Might save that for later. That might be a holo I keep. Because my main collection is like the things that I strive to collect are the textured cards, anything textured, and then old school vintage holos. So some of these cards are not really meaningful to me. Again, if there's anything like really, there's another, oh my gosh, look at how miscut this thing is. Holy crap, wait. I'm like looking at this and not showing it on the camera. Whoa, that's actually kind of sick. We'll put that off to the side. See, sometimes you find like hidden gems like that. Here's another Porygon I have. But, okay, wait, I actually want to show that off. This is probably the most like off-center card I have. Look at how thin that is, that's insane. There's no print dots on it, unfortunately, so it wouldn't get like a miscut, I don't think, if I were to grade it. But that's really interesting. It could get an off-center, so that's really interesting. That'd be a cool card to have. I'm excited about that. If there's any other cards you find interesting in this that I totally pass over, just feel free to hesitate, or don't hesitate to ask. This is from a Pop series. I think I pulled this from one of those like weird, like, oh, you're guaranteed a holo mystery pack thing that are third party, and I ended up getting a bunch of like old school cards from it, like Diamond Pearl era kind of cards. So here's this Baniri, which was from a Pop series, which is really interesting. I might throw that one off to the side too. Reverse rare Smeargle. We got the, is this even a holo? This Garchomp? Oh no, this is another Pop series one. Oh, and then this one's a holo from a Pop series. Whoa. Wait, these are actually sick. I didn't even notice half these things. Oh, we'll put these off to the side. I got this promo shiny Gyarados because at the time they did, I forget what set this was. It was like Breakpoint. They did shiny Gyarados was like the main thing. It wasn't like super rare, but this promo was kind of cool of shiny Gyarados. We'll take that. More evolutions. We got Gyarados and Gyarados reverses. Alolan Sandslash reverse, Sharpedos, Wailords, and that is the first chunk. Kind of excited about this because I'm finding cards I didn't even realize I had. Other big chunk, these are from Shining Legends, so like not super interesting. This Samurot's kind of cool though. The black and white holos were pretty cool with the sideways lines. They kind of do that in the Gen 8 ones, the Sword and Shield holos, where it's just vertical instead of horizontal, but they're a lot cooler than say like these Sun and Moon ones and the XY ones, excluding the evolutions, because they reprinted the old school vintage holo, which are way cooler. But we got more of those Poliwraths, Got way too many colors. This Blastoise is kind of sick. People really like Blastoise too. I got this Fractured Hollow Articuno from, this was from a theme deck, I'm pretty sure. These are Generations Hollow Machamps. These are just Guardians Rising Machamps, it seems. Wizcaches. Minior was a rare, apparently. Meloetta from an XY set. This is the XY Hollow I don't really care about at all. Tyrantrum, Halucha. This is some promo thing. I don't even know how I got half these cards, let's be real. It's been so long. We got some more reverses. What is this? Legendary Pokemon? When did I get this? It's that card, but it has this weird thing. That's kind of cool. I'll put that off to the side. Garchomp with Cynthia in the background, really interesting. Celebi with one of those abilities. It's a promo. Interesting. Golisopod, Decidueye, Shiftry with another cool holofoil pattern. Vivian, all these like promo-esque cards. Oh, this one actually is a promo. Is this one a promo? This one's also a promo, okay. Another Vivian. Butterfreeze. Lilligant. I can't even hold half these cards. Ooh, another Venusaur. This one's like a promo pattern, but doesn't have the promo symbol. That one's kind of cool. I'll put that off to the side. I'll also get that Blastoise out, because those ones are pretty cool. I think I got a pack, and there were like 3 promos in them. I'll also throw some of these off to the side. I think it had Blastoise, Venusaur, and Charizard as like these quote-unquote promos that didn't say promo on them, and they had a cool pattern to their holofoil, which the Charizard I think is sleeping somewhere else because Charizard is way more popular. Got some Vileplume, Victory Bell, Meganium, Shiinotic. I felt like there was something else there. Chestnut, Pinsir, Shaman. More Evolutions Hollows. We got some Zapdos, Raichu, another Generations Raichu, another reverse. Oh wait, this is from the actual set that it was originally from. I don't even know what set that is, but this is Generation set, this symbol. Oh, here's my Detective Pikachu card. This could have been from the pack. We'll throw that one off to the side. That one's interesting. Another like promo Pikachu. It's kind of cool. More Pikachus from Shining. These are from Shining. No. Wait, what are these from? Isn't this from Shining Fates too? This is not the Shining Fates set. I guess they reprinted Pikachu for Shining Fates because I think they're the same artwork. And they're hollows for some reason. We get another Pop Series card, Pichu. Really interesting. We'll throw that one off to the side. I like those Pop Series ones. Ampharos. Do you like me some Ampharos hollows? Pretty cool. And then some Japanese Evolutions hollows. I think I have more Evolutions hollows somewhere. I definitely do. Here we go. Here's some other Evolutions Japanese hollows. These hollow patterns are stunning. They're just not... Oh, and here's a Mewtwo non-hollow. I don't know why this is there. I think Mewtwo was always a non-hollow in Evolutions. Mew. Saved some Pikachus, because why not? Everyone loves Pikachu. Clefairy Raichu. This one's English. We got some of the secret rares. Imakuni's Doduo. The Executor, which is in both English and Japanese. Chansey. Ninetales. Gyarados. Machamp. Nidoking, and Zapdos. Really cool stuff. Alright, moving on. We got Vanillux, some Shining Legends. I keep mixing up Shining Legends. Oh, here's another one of these legendary Pokemon things. That's kind of cool. I don't know what that means or where that's from. This Regirock was from a theme deck, I'm pretty sure, because it has the same fractured pattern as the Articuno, so that's pretty cool. More Machamps, more Evolutions. I went hard for Evolutions. You gotta pull those Charizards. I really wanted to pull full art Dragonites. I wanted to get every card in the set, honestly, but really cool stuff. Oh my gosh, so many hollows, and they're all Japanese now. I'm pretty sure you were guaranteed a hollow in the Japanese packs, so that's why most of the hollows I have are Japanese, is because it's like you buy like a similar amount of packs and there's just way more Japanese hollows in them. We got this promo Tapu Koko, Alolan Golems, keep going. Ooh, that Moltres is kind of sick. This is what I'm talking about. Okay, look at this. So, this one has a print line on it too. I don't know if you can see that. It's a vertical print line. right there. But here's one that I pulled from a pack, and then here's one that might have been from a theme deck, so it has a different holofoil pattern, and it does not say promo, so I think those are kind of cool. I'll put those off to the side. This Infernape is sick. Oh my gosh. Look at that. That is insane. We're gonna keep that. That's a cool one. Oh my gosh. Ninetales. Oh, there's an Incineroar. We got this promo Litten. We got Victini. Chandelure's kind of cool. Talonflame, Pyroar. This is another one of those like different holofoil pattern ones that is a promo. More stuff, more stuff, more stuff. We got them. Tyranitar. So that's another stack down. Alright, this is my last stack of just regular holos and reverse rares. So, and then I guess other miscellaneous stuff that I saved, like those Pop Series non-holos and holos, which is really cool. Zoroarks. Zoros. I think I tried to loosely order these because they're in like a lot of typings. That Umbreon's kind of sick. It's a promo though. But that's still kind of sick. Oh, this is a cool Azelf. That's also a promo. Dude, there's a Mew holo. I don't know why I thought that one. Oh, I love Mew. That's a cool one. I might save the Mews. I love Mew is one of my favorite Pokemon. These are Shining Legends promos that were from these like special boxes, and I knew you could get. I think I bought a bunch of them because there was a chance that they could have like a really cool holo bleed on the cards. I think I got a Pikachu with one, but it might be in a different box because of it. But none of these were holo bleeds, so they're just regular promos. We get a Deoxys. That is not a promo. There's another Nidoking. You always get those evolutions that are just thrown in there everywhere. Promo Mimikyu. Marshadows. Oh, promo Rayquaza, kind of cool. Another Goodra. Oh, Hydreigon. It's a promo, but not a promo. We're gonna put that one off to the side. Oh, Jirachi. Dude, some of these promos I might just have to save. Like, what is this? Ultra Prism? I don't even remember getting this. I don't even remember half these cards. These cards are sick. We'll put these ones to the side. Oh my gosh. I'm losing my mind. Metagross Reverse Rare. Oh, another Detective Pikachu one. I think, was I putting those ones off to the side? I think I was, but there's a Detective Pikachu Jigglypuff. More evolutions. Comfey. Ooh, Reverse Energies. I actually have another stack of Reverse Energies. Oh my gosh, I have a lot of them. But Reverse Energies were pretty cool. I always kind of liked them. They were kind of always in special sets, so we'll put those off to a different section. And we'll just... This Shiny Bishar Rare Holo is kind of cool. It's from, I think this is Steam Siege, I think was the set that did this. So they did these like dual types, and every time there was a dual type Pokemon, it was shiny. And I think the only exception was like maybe Volcanion was not shiny. But this is a cool holo. This one is a reverse rare Galvantula. I think this one was normally a regular rare, but it's also shiny, even though it doesn't really look like it. And then we get this rare non-holo Volcarona, and then Azumarill was an uncommon in the set, but I think they're kind of cool just because they're shiny, and, you know, it's only happened one time. We'll put these off to the side. But that is basically it for my interesting holos. I'm going to go through and get rid of, like, go through and separate some of these promos that I think are cool with the cool holofoil patterns. It's interesting because when you get a promo card originally, it's like not that interesting. And then later down the line, it's, for me at least, it's a lot more interesting because it just, the holo patterns look so much cooler on the promos. All right, moving on, we got some more of these reverse holos. I think, is this one from Hidden Fates? I'm not sure. But we got some more reverse holos of energies. These are from Generations. They have these like cool little patterns on them, which is really interesting. And that's basically it for the reverse holo energies. The only other holos that I want to bring into the light are just some of my favorite holos. And there's not many. It's only 3 that I've noticed, besides the ones that I just figured out when I was going through that stack. But we got this cool Dragonite. Dragonite's my favorite Pokemon of all time, so we had to keep the Dragonite holos separate. And then this Gengar from Generations. I don't have the original print of this Gengar, but this is the reprint from Generations. And this is just one of my favorite artworks of all time. Like, take a look at that. That's just such a cool artwork of Gengar, and I just had to hold on to that, so just had to show those off. Now we're moving on to, I want to say it's just like regular Vs and EXs and whatnot that are sort of interesting. We'll see. And GXs, I guess. So, we got some Shining Fates, Shining Legends. We got some Shining Legends GXs. This is another set I got in Japanese. I wanted to get all the Shinings in both Japanese and English, especially because the Japanese ones were higher quality and it'd be a lot easier to grade them if I wanted to. So we got some Raichus, we got some Zoroarks, and then we got some Mewtwo's. I think the Mewtwo's are actually pretty valuable now, but I'm like, whatever. And then another Raichu for some reason. So there's that. Now we got Incineroar V, Hatterene V, and Drapion V. These are just some random Vs I have lying around apparently. Next, also, let me stress this out. These are in no particular order. I just kind of grabbed these cards that were laying out, and here's the order they're in. You will probably see repeats of some of these cards in different boxes and whatnot, so we'll just figure it out. Next, we got these Generations promos. These Generations promos of the starters and Pikachu, which is technically a starter, which they're all full arts. They're not in the best condition because promos just weren't that interesting. It's funny, they actually reprinted, I think, all of these cards in the Japanese version of Evolutions, and I actually pulled one of them, and it's a really cool one, so we'll show that off later. But they were secret rares as opposed to just regular promo full arts from Generations, which is so interesting to me. Now we got some other like Generation stuff, Gardevoir EX from the Radiant Collection, Golem EX from the actual set, Ninetales EX, Mega Charizard EX, really cool. And then I got this Radiant Collection Charizard Holo, which is interesting. Mega Gardevoir EX with the shiny in it, always interesting. Full Art Sylveon EX with a really big nick in the corner. Non-Full Art Sylveon EX, Flareon EX, Meowstic EX, Mega Blastoise EX, Jolteon. I remember this Jolteon was like actually pretty valuable. I don't know if it still is. It might have just been because it was like meta relevant back in the day. Mega Venusaur EX, and then a full art Flareon EX with the other two evolutions in it. So that's interesting. Also, I have this full art Pikachu. Now I'm pretty sure this is probably pretty valuable because it's Pikachu. So it's in a top loader because why not? I don't know. I probably think I have more of these as well. So. There's just a Pikachu there. Ooh, okay, now we're getting into some of the good stuff. We'll start off with this stack. This is some of the really interesting stuff. So, we have some Japanese EXs from Evolutions. Dragonite, Pidgeot, Mega Blastoise with Hydro Bombard. We got Blastoise EX, Mega Venusaur EX in English, Japanese Mega Charizard Gurren-Dive, which I think it's supposed to be Crimson Dive, just a translation thing. Regular Charizard EX in English, and then we got some breaks, Japanese breaks, old school stuff when they did breaks. Starmie, Ninetales, and Nidoking, all in Japanese, so those are interesting. And then the one I was talking about with those promo full arts from Generations, they were reprinted in the Japanese version of Evolutions, and they were secret rares. And I actually have this secret rare Charizard in Japanese. Now, I have no idea how valuable this is. It's a full art Charizard in Japanese from Evolutions, and it's a secret rare. It's number 90 out of 87, and it says secret rare, so there's that. Also, let me angle my camera so you guys can see these just a little better. Or not my camera, my light. But yeah, I never paid too much attention to this because I was just like, well, it's just the same like promo that it was. But it's a secret rare, and out of all of them to pick, it was Charizard, the one I got. So interesting stuff. This is actually a pretty cool card. We're gonna go to these two cards now. These were promos from, I believe, Shining Legends. So we got these full art Mew and Mewtwo EXs. I think these were from Shining Legends. I'm not 100% on that. Don't quote me. Unfortunately, they're not in the greatest condition. That's just how promos were. The Mew is fine, I guess. There's like these little whitening there. The Mewtwo's in pretty bad condition. I just found out it's got this mad crease in it, if you can see right there, that kind of goes down. I don't know how that happened. It might have just come like that, because I usually take pretty good care of the cards that I get. But it was really unfortunate that the Mewtwo has like a crease in it. It's like, I probably will never get these graded. So I have these fancy little cases that they're in because they're really cool cards. I love the textured cards. They're some of my favorite. And these are really cool promos, and they're probably pretty rare anyway. But it's like, if I were to get this thing graded, it would probably just get a low grade and be less exciting. So there's those two cards. I think it's time we move on to the good box. This is, because I have some cards over here that are really cool and some of my favorites, but I feel like they will pair well with the good box. So let me get that. All right, so here is my good box. This is my favorite box that I own, all like my best cards, and then I'm probably gonna put some of these other cards I have to the side to it. Let me just back up. It is a Pokemon Generations 20th anniversary. This was the biggest box thing, promo box you could get for Generations, and I think it has some cool promos in it. This may have been where I got the Mewtwo and Mew, but I feel like those were Shining Fates. I'm not 100% sure on that. But this was a really cool premium collection box. I have two other of these big premium collection boxes, one from Shining Fates, or Shining Legends, why do I keep saying that? One from Shining Legends, and then one from Dragon Majesty, and the only reason, like, I wasn't really into the sets during that, but I had to pick the Dragon's Majesty one because it had a promo hyper rare Dragonite, and I just had to have it. So, this Charizard box is the really, really good box. And then, I'm not sure which one is better. Okay, I think this is the worst of the two box. I don't even know, honestly, I don't think it matters. But they all have some pretty interesting cards in them. So we're gonna start off with this Venusaur box. Alright, so I believe this Venusaur box is a continuation of the regular GXs, Vs, and just like some other stuff. I have this Charizard Holo, which is from Dragon's Majesty that I pulled, so that could be interesting. And then here is the other quote-unquote promo of the three that I had of Charizard. Little nick up there, but this is a really cool holo. It's got a cool holofoil pattern. It is a Charizard of all things, and it does not say promo because it's one of those weird promos. I don't know. It's funny, I actually, if you go to like Target and stuff, it's usually pretty hard to get packs these days. But one time I went and I saw a theme deck, which there's always theme decks, but I saw a theme deck and Charizard was like the front Pokemon of the theme deck, the featured Pokemon, and I thought I might want to pick this up. Sure enough, I didn't pick it up the next day. That was the only theme deck that was taken, which I think was hilarious. Like, people just love Charizard so much. I mean, Charizard's a cool Pokemon. Alright, so we'll just grab some stacks. We got more Venusaur EX. This is a Dragonite EX I bought online, so that's why it's in here as opposed to some of like my best cards. And it's not like the greatest condition. There's like a big nick right there, and then there's a little one up there. It's honestly not terrible, but Dragonite EX, I just figured I had to get that because I couldn't pull it. Then Reverse Holo Dratini and Dragonair, because this is what I want. Victini, I think these are Prism cards. I don't remember pulling these, honestly. Then they did this generation. There was a collection box for every month for the 20th anniversary where they featured a new mythical. It was during the month where you could like get those mythicals in the mystery gift in the main series games. So February was Mew, March Celebi, April Jirachi, May Darkrai, June Manaphy, July Shaman, August Arceus, September Victini, October Keldeo, November Genesect, December Meloetta. So those are all the promos of that. I don't think they're in the greatest condition, but they're still really cool to have all of them. And then we got this random Pikachu. Oh, this is the one I was talking about with the Mewtwo's, where I bought those Shining Legends boxes for the promos to try to get a Holo Bleed. There is a very faint Holo Bleed on this one. Not the most interesting, but this was the Pikachu promo. So I guess I tried to buy more Mewtwo ones to get one with a Holo Bleed to go with the Pikachu, and I never did, so that was interesting. Next up, we got this shiny Rayquaza promo. It came from a box that I ordered. And then this Hydreigon. This one had some pretty good holo bleed on it. Back in the day, I've mentioned this in a couple of my other TCG videos. Back in the day, it was a lot harder to get cards with holo bleed on them. So when I pulled this card and saw it had some pretty good holo bleed on it, I thought it looked so sick. And nowadays, it's not even that interesting anymore because it's like almost every holo you pull has like some insane holo bleed on it. So it has fallen off, but it's cool to have one in an older set. Next up, we got this shiny Mega Stelix from Steam Siege, Mega Altaria, more evolutions, Mega Pidgeot, lots of Mega Pidgeots, regular Pidgeot, another regular Venusaur, regular Mewtwo's, which are really cool, Blastoise, Slowbro, Dragonite, another Venusaur. Again, these are not in any particular order, they're just kind of thrown in here. Next stack, we got Mewtwo Gx from Shining Fates, Shining Legends. Why do I keep doing that? We get another promo Charizard. I don't remember getting a second one of these, but apparently I did. Okay, we got more Radiant Collection. I can't hold all these cards at once. Radiant Collection Shaman. This is a promo from Generations. We got more of the Pikachus. Let's grab that other Pikachu and chuck it on in here. We got a few of these full art Pikachus, which is really cool. More Raichu GXs from Shining Legends. More Flareons, full arts. Sylveon, full arts. Golem EX. Alright, so we got the Golem EXs. Non-full art Sylveons, more Ninetales. Ooh, this is the original Radiant Collection. So back in the black and white sets, they did Radiant Collection, and then in Generations, they redid a Radiant Collection. So this is a full art Reshiram from Radiant Collection. As you can see, it's RC22 out of 25. This one's actually really cool. The holofoil pattern on it is like these little polka dots everywhere. That's actually a pretty cool one. I might have to pay attention to that one later on. Then we got Mega Heracross on my attempt to pull a full art Dragonite, which I never did. Darkrai EX. We got Mega Glalie. We got Umbreon EX. Ooh, that Giratina is actually kind of sick. Giratina EX. Wailord EX. Manectric, Thundurus, Incineroar GX. Toxapex, Lycanroc, Vikavolt, Drampa. Ninetales, Tapu Koko, Snorlax GX promos. So these are just some regular GXs, regular EXs, and then last stack from this box, Entei's from Shining Legends, Zoroarks from Shining Legends. I remember this Zoroark was like really valuable because it was meta relevant. Obviously that's not the case anymore. Japanese Mewtwo GXs. Kingdra GX. We got more breaks. These are English evolution breaks. So we got Starmie, Ninetales, another Ninetales, Nitto King. That might have been all of them. I apparently pulled another secret rare Charizard. I don't remember this at all. Huh. I have two secret rare full art Charizards. That is insane. Where are we putting this one? This one's actually cool. We'll put it next to the other one. We'll put it in a better sleeve too. More Dragonites, Blastoise. We got some holos. This is the Japanese dual language executor. So it's printed exactly the same. It's got Japanese and English text, but this one's the Japanese version of that one, so kind of confusing. More breaks. Nitto King, we got Yveltal, Noivern, Trevenant, Golduck, Luxray, Marowak, and Amistar Break. So those are interesting. That is the last stack of this box. Moving on. Next box I'll probably go through really quickly because they're not like the craziest cards, but they might be vintage, so that's interesting. All right, now we got some vintage. I'm pretty sure this is the vintage card box. I opened some packs of old school cards, some Shadowless base sets, some Unlimited base sets, and some other sets here and there. So we have some. Okay, these are all base set, I'm pretty sure, and then I think I have these card dividers. Alright, so we have some Shadowless cards. Shadowless Squirtle, which is really cool. Shadowless Bulbasaur. Shadowless Magikarp. Rattata. These are just like the commons and uncommons I pulled. Shadowless Raticate. Caterpie. Metapod. Ponyta. I'm gonna probably go through these faster because these are like the Squirtle and stuff were like interesting. Oh, okay, wait, these aren't separated. I wonder if I separate. What did I separate? Oh, I know what I separated. I don't know if you saw that, but I know why they're separated. So Shadowless Drowsy, Diglett, Energies from Shadowless, Shadowless Machoke, Maintenance, Full Heal, Super Potion. These are all Shadowless base sets because I bought a couple packs of Shadowless base sets. Gust of Wind, Full Heal, Plus Power, Pokemon Breeder. And then moving on, I opened, I want to say this is Neo Destiny, Neo Genesis, one of the two. I think it was the set that had, I want to say Shining Celebi. It had Shinings in it, and I wanted to pull some Shinings. So I bought a couple, maybe only one pack of this because I think it was pretty expensive even at the time. Did not pull a Shining, but we got this Dark Gyarados was the rare, and then I guess that's the only one I have. Now we have unlimited base sets. So these are shadowed, as you can see there's a shadow on these. I opened a few packs, I think about 5 unlimited base set. So here's these. So there's gonna be a lot more of these ones. So obviously like unlimited, they look a little different. I mean, quick comparison. Let's see. I think that Drowsy. Here's a quick comparison between Shadowless and Unlimited base set. As you can see, Shadowless is honest, it's a different shade of purple for this one. The HP text is significantly different. There's obviously the obvious shadow on the there's no shadow on this one, which is why it's called Shadowless. And just in general, the text is slightly tweaked, so the more you know. There's the comparison for the Shadowless base sets and Unlimited, if you were wondering. But we got some more Unlimited. We're just gonna go through real fast with these. Fun fact about Pokemon TCG, Poison typing used to be Grass type, and then they changed it to Psychic type, and in the Gen 8 set, it has changed to Dark typing. So now, it has been changed twice throughout the entire TCG existence, which is really weird. I don't know why they changed Poison of all things. It must just be a little reference. They're just like, we'll just change it up. More unlimited base set. You know what it is. We just got a lot of base sets. Unlimited base set was a lot cheaper than Shadowless base set, let me tell you. Pokemon Flute, Pokédex, energies, energies, energies. These might all be energies. They are because you were guaranteed 2 energies per pack, and I bought like 5 packs, so there's like 10 energies. I might have bought more than 5 packs, who knows. All right, so now, what do we got here? Oh, this was, these are like the commons and uncommons from the, I want to say Neo Destiny, don't kill me if it's wrong. But commons and uncommons from that set with the Dark Gyarados, Dark Fortress is kind of sick. Mareep. I love having these vintage cards, even though they're not like the most valuable cards. It's just cool to have them because it's like, you know, I'm actually gonna put that Dark Gyarados in that. It's just one of those things that's like, you know, I used to collect way back in the day, and I didn't get to keep any of those cards, which there's only a few cards I actually regret getting rid of. I had a Shining Charizard that was in pretty good condition because my grandma actually bought it for me for my birthday way back when, and it was in a top loader. It was nice and protected, and that was the only like really valuable card I know that was in good condition. Other than that, it's just like stuff for nostalgia's sake. Like, I don't care that they were in bad condition, I just would like to have them again. Like, I had a Shining Tyranitar, I had some Gold Star cards, I had this Latios Gold Star card that was in the worst possible condition. Just a lot of old school EXs and stuff too, that would have been cool to have. But nevertheless, we can't win them all, but here we go. In my quest to, I tried to pull, wow, my lighting's like weird when I reach my arms over. I tried to pull myself a first edition fossil Dragonite, so I bought some first edition fossil sets. At the time, these were only like 20 bucks a pack. I know they're way more expensive now, which is so sad. But here's just some of the uncommons and commons from fossil first edition. As you can see, the first edition stamp on these, it's a lot easier to see on the Sandslash. Shelders, Seadras, Horsies, some of these old school cards that were just like really nostalgic for me too. Even though they aren't like the coolest cards, they are really nostalgic. I remember this Gambler card a lot, Recycle. I had a lot of fossil cards back in the day, like Grimer, Zubat. Zubat's a classic, Ekans, like all of these cards, man. Here's the Slowpoke. So the Slowpoke was fossil, not jungle. That from the Generations reprint. I said that wrong. And that is basically it from this vintage pack. We got some better vintage cards later. Don't worry about it. I'll explain it later. This video is gonna be really long, so I hope you guys enjoy it. Again, leave a like on the video, share it around, who knows. I just thought it'd be really interesting to show off my collection of cards, so you guys kind of have like an estimate of what I have, because I kind of just opened cards and it's just like, oh, what does he have? He says he's got these cards, we don't know if he's legit or not. So the time has come. We are on the really good box. We're gonna try to put these back in here safely. So this box is the really good box. A lot of like really cool texture cards, some other really interesting stuff. Before I open this though, we're gonna go through the other cards I had saved on my desk that I think would be really interesting. My favorite cards in collecting are anything full art textured or just anything textured in general. So here are some miscellaneous textured cards that just didn't make its way into the box because I was too lazy to organize them, and you know what it is. So Vivid Voltage, we got a couple full arts. We got this Alakazam V full art. We got this Galarian Surfetch full art, and then the Celebi Amazing Rare. Now I think these are really cool. I think the Celebi is actually in really good condition. Alakazam is a little pushed to the right, or I guess it's heavy on the right, it's pushed to the left. And then I think the Surfetch is actually pretty good condition too. So those are really interesting. I love these full art cards. Really cool stuff. Next up we have basically every interesting card I've pulled from Shining Fates so far. The only openings I've done on my channel so far have been Shining Fates, because that's like the only real interesting set that I think is worth making videos on right now. So that's why. But let's see. I'll do the baby we'll actually organize these. Apparently I also have this Vivid Voltage Orbeetle VMAX that did not make its way into that other stack, so there's that. Alright, so going through my stack of Shining Fates that I've gotten so far. We got this Reshiram Amazing Rare, so there's only 3 Amazing Rares in the set, and I've only pulled 1 apparently. Here are the VMAXs. We got Ditto VMAX, Morpeko VMAX, Delmise VMAX, which I think my favorite's the Delmise VMAX. I would say that one looks really cool. Alright, we got some baby shinies. That's interesting. We got Colossal, Shiny Corvisquire, Shiny Hatena, which I think this is my favorite one. I don't know why, I just really like the artwork on it, even though Hatena is one of the least interesting shinies in my opinion from Gen 8. And then Shiny Galarian Darumaka. And then I wanted to group these together because I thought this was really cool. We got Shiny Toxel, Shiny Toxtricity, and then we get the full art Shiny Toxtricity. I'm still missing the VMAX one, but who knows, maybe I can just buy that so I don't have to keep buying packs, because it's really hard to buy packs from Shining Fates. So there's all the baby shinies, and then that one full art. Next up we got more full art shinies. We got these promo Dragapult ones from the Dragapult box, promo Crobat ones from the Crobat box, promo of these full art shinies from these tins, which are the ones I just recently opened, so check those videos out. And then we got these 2 Grimmsnarls from the tins. These, like, I got a duplicate, what the heck? I could've gotten, give me Indeedee, I don't care. Why does it gotta be Grimmsnarl? Open to trades, by the way. And then my favorite cards that I've pulled from Shining Fates, we got the Eternatus Shiny Full Art Gold card, the Alchemy VMAX Hyper Rare, and then the Skyla full art. These cards are just stunning. I love these cards. These are my favorite cards I've pulled from the set. By far. Still have yet to pull a Charizard, but I doubt that'll happen. I don't really plan on buying too much more Shining Fates because the Celebration set's coming out pretty soon. So that's my Shining Fates stack. I got this other stack of just miscellaneous full arts that I got that we were lying around. We got some Shining Legends full arts, Evolutions full arts, really cool stuff. You'll probably see duplicates of these in the box because I just haven't put these in there yet. But we got Japanese Mewtwo full art, Pidgeot EX full art, Mewtwo EX full art. We got this full art Articuno, which is from Generations, actually. I forgot that was in the set. That's such a cool card. We got this promo Zoroark and Raichu Gx. I forget what box these are in, but these are from Shining Legends, and they're really cool cards, in my opinion. Even though they're promos, I still think they're really cool to have. I pulled this Entei from Shining Legends, and unfortunately it's got this disgusting nick in the corner, but other than that, it's in pretty good condition, so unfortunate. Like, one of the only full arts I pulled, that's a lie, I pulled more full arts, but like, yeah, it was in bad condition, so not that great. Now we got the Generations Zapdos full art. For some reason, there was no Moltres full art in Generations, only Zapdos and Articuno, which is fine. I like both of these more than Moltres anyway. Misty's Determination full art. These ones are sick, man. Dragonite EX full art. I love Dragonite. This is such a cool full art. And Mega Blastoise EX and Mega Charizard EX, all full art. These cards are stunning, and like, I have more of them too in this box. So those were the miscellaneous stacks of really cool cards I have in that weren't in the box. But now we got the box. And the box is all in shambles because I turned it around and... No, actually, it's not fine. It's fine. These things just kind of move. But as you can see, we are greeted by a Trico Gold Star from... I believe this was EX Team Rocket Returns. Now, I did not pull this card. I bought this online. But it's near mint. So, probably if I were to grade it, it'd get like an 8 or a 7 or something like that. I don't know. There's like... I think, all things considered, it's pretty good condition, but, you know, it's got some whitening. I think it might have a scratch on the hollow, I'm not sure, but I just think it's really cool. Trico is one of my favorite shinies, so I just wanted to get this card, and it was pretty inexpensive at the time, so that was pretty cool. Moving on, we got some pre-release Evolutions, which I bought a bunch of pre-release kits of Evolutions because I think it's pretty hard to get pre-release kits of sets, especially nowadays, but for some reason no one wanted Evolutions, so these things were pretty easy to buy online. I was trying to get a Charizard because there were 4 promos that were pre-release holos, and it was Mewtwo, Machamp, Gyarados, and then Charizard was the last one, so I was trying to get Charizard. So I ended up getting 3 Gyarados, and then one of each of the other ones. So, there's that. Dratini from base set, I think I pulled this one. And it's Dratini, so I had to hold this. And then a first edition base set Dratini that I bought online, which I don't think is in the best condition, but it's Dratini of all things, and it's first edition, so it's really cool. Now we got some repeats of like Radiant Collection. My camera's about to die, so we're gonna quickly cut here. Alright, apologies for that quick cut, but we're moving on. We got some more Radiant Collection Shiny Gardevoir Mega. We got this promo with Shiny Darkrai, which I think is pretty cool. I think these are just base set rares that were non-holo that I figured I'd hold. These were when I bought base set holo or base set packs for trying to pull some good holos because, you know, why not? I wanted some nostalgia in my life. But this is Clefairy Doll, Pidgeotto, De-Evolution Spray or Devolution Spray, Item Finder, Electrode, and those were all the non-holo rares I pulled. But I did pull some holo rares that you will see, so stay tuned for that. Now we got some like pretty interesting like commons and uncommons from base set that could be interesting because I mean starters, Charmander, Charmeleon, more Charmanders. We got starters, Ivysaur, Bulbasaur. We got Squirtle. I don't think I pulled a Wartortle. And then we got Kadabra, which I mean it's different now, but at the time Kadabra could not. There's something in my eye. At the time, Kadabra was could not be featured in both the anime and in the TCG because of some illusionist that copyrighted it, said it was it was like making fun of him, and it was his image that the Pokemon Company had stolen from him. So he copyrighted it. But just recently, I think this was sometime either earlier this year or last year, he actually lifted the copyright from it. So Pokemon Company is free to put Kadabra both in the anime and the TCG again, which is really cool. But I figured I'd hold on to this because Kadabra cards are just pretty rare to come by. So there's Kadabra from base sets. Now we got some more more of these really cool EX full arts that I got. More Charizards. I got so many freaking Charizards, dude. And Dragonite. I can't believe what I have, like 4 Charizard, Mega Charizard full arts. I got a Mega Venusaur, which this is such a cool artwork. I love that. And then more Blastoises. Another Mewtwo EX. And now we have some more just other full arts. So we got this Wishy-Washy full art. We got a Mewtwo EX full. We actually have both. There were 2 Mewtwo EX full arts in this set. I forget what set this was called. This was when I first started collecting, so I didn't really pay attention too much to set names. But we got both these Mewtwo EX full arts, which are really cool, blue and red from the same set. We got Manaphy EX full art, which I love Manaphy. Manaphy is one of my favorite mythicals of all time. Another Pidgeot, more Articunos. I wonder if these Articunos are in better condition. I think the Zapdos that I showed off earlier was the only Zapdos I had, so it's cool to have more Articunos at least. I'm assuming these are in better condition. And then we got some of these shiny Gyarados, Mega Gyarados full arts from Breakpoint, which is cool. The shiny doesn't really matter. It's not like a secret rare or anything. This is just how the Mega Gyarados full art looked. It was just shiny because that's just what they were doing. We got this Giovanni's Scheme, and we got this Skyla full art, which in my opinion, the Shining Fates Skyla full art is just way cooler than this one. This one's just whatever. We got Winona full art, and then we got this Altaria EX full art. So those are that. Now we have Shining Fates, or I should have a counter for how many times I say Shining Fates instead of Shining Legends, or Shining Legends instead of Shining Fates. Now we have Shining Legends Shinings. So these cards are some of my favorites. We got Shining Mew, which is probably one of my all-time favorite cards that has ever been printed. There's an old school Shining Mew from Korokoro magazine subscription. I kind of want to get one, so I'd have both of them, but they're similar in terms of design, but I just love this like vector art looking thing. I'm a graphic designer and I love vector art, and I mean, I think this is vector art. I could probably recreate this artwork, and it's stunning, man. Like the blue, the holo that's only on the Pokemon, and the fact that it's a reprint, or not a reprint, but a remaster of an old school Shining is really cool. We have a few of these, and then we have it in Japanese as well, which I tried to get every Shining in both Japanese and English. We got Shining Lugia, which was a promo in English, so that was interesting. You could pull it in Japanese, which I got it pretty quickly in Japanese. Shining Ho-Oh is actually the only one I do not have in Japanese, and the reason for that is because it was both a promo in English and in Japanese. So you could not pull it in Japanese either. You had to buy whatever box for it, and I just didn't realize that at the time. So I have a bunch of these Shining Ho-Ohs that are all English, no Japanese ones, all from the ETBs. So that's where you get those. And then we got Shining Celebi, which is just... this is another really cool one, man. This one's so sick. I love the colors of Shining Celebi. Oh my gosh, it just really pops. And then I got a bunch of Japanese ones. I only have one English because this was also a promo. It was from the same box that the Lugia was in. So there's that. I love the Mew and the Celebi. Those are probably my favorite too. Shining Jirachi, we have a few of these ones. Not as many as Mew and Celebi, or yeah, I guess Celebi, but Shining Jirachi, only one Japanese one. Shining Rayquaza, again, only one Japanese. It does feel like they were harder to pull in Japanese, it seems. Shining Genesect, really cool. Shining Arceus, or Arceus, depending on who you ask. I prefer to call it Arceus. Really cool. Shining Volcanion, which I have a bunch of Shining Volcanions from Japanese, but not English. I think this was like the last one I pulled. There's like some dust or something in this card. BRB. And we're all good. We're back. The dust is out. So there's the Shining Volcanions. And that is all the Shinings from Shining Legends. Let me just make sure these are ordered. There was this, I'm pretty sure there was actually a specific order of these things, and I think I messed it up, but we'll just put these back together like so. And one of the coolest cards I've ever pulled was this secret rare Mewtwo, which I think it's technically a Shining Mewtwo because of the way the holo is only on the Pokemon, even though it's clearly not a Shining Mewtwo. And it's a secret rare though. It's one of the, it's like a different kind of secret rare. It says 78 out of 73. It's a little off-centered. It's a little top-heavy, what's unfortunate. And I think, I just hit my camera. Not too much whiting. There's like a little bit in that corner, but one of my favorite cards I've ever pulled. The fact that I pulled the secret rare Shining Mewtwo, not really shining, but whatever. This is just so cool. This is, I think, the rarest card in the entire set, so it's really cool to have actually gotten that one. Moving on, we got Secret Rare Enhanced Hammer. We have a Sun and Moon base Hyper Rare Tauros, which is really cool. Guardians Rising Hyper Rare Incineroar. Japanese Shining Legends Hyper Rare Raichu, which I think this is the only hyper rare from all of Shining Legends that I pulled, and it was in Japanese. Then we got this Shining Legends promo of Ho-Oh, which came with the Lugia. I think it came with the Lugia and the Celebi. I think those were all in the same box. Then we got the Dragon Majesty promos. We got Dragonite and Kingdra, and it also appears I actually pulled a Shining Legends Raichu full art or hyper rare. I don't know what I was saying, but it does appear I actually did pull it. I pulled Raichu twice. You could also get hyper rare of I think all of the full arts. I'm pretty sure there was a Zoroark one, an Entei one, a Mewtwo one as well. So I only pulled Raichu. I pulled it twice though, which is kind of cool. So really interesting. Now we have some more, I think these are still Shining Legends. We got Pokemon Breeder. This is a really cool artwork. I love the really crisp lines on this one. Really cool art style. Similar to the Shining Fates Skyla. There's just something about those cards that look really cool. And then the little Miltank in it. So we got that both in Japanese and in English. We got some more full art Mewtwo's and full art Zoroarks, which the Zoroark was the promo, which apparently I got multiple of, because they were in the other stack, right? Or did I just chuck these in? No, I guess I have multiple because I think there were more in a different stack. So it appears I got multiple promos of Zoroark GX and Raichu GX full arts. And then we got Tapu Lele and Lycanroc from Guardians Rising. So that was my good box, my really good box. Some of the best cards I have right there. But wait, there's more. Now, as I had stated before, this is probably what you guys have been waiting for. As I stated before, I had bought first edition fossil packs to try to pull a first edition Dragonite. I also bought Shadowless base set packs and unlimited base set packs. And you saw my non-holo rares from the unlimited base set. But what you didn't see is that I pulled some holos as well. Now, I'm gonna do a little bit of story time. So I actually, this was way back in the day, I bought a pack of Shadowless base set. This was like 5 years ago. I even recorded it, but one of my biggest regrets is that I deleted the recording because I thought there's no way I'm gonna use this. I'm more for shiny hunting, not for TCG. Way back in the day. So I deleted the recording. I'm still kicking myself over that. I hate that I I deleted that because I would still throw that in a video and show the reaction I had for it. But I bought a pack of Shadowless base set on eBay for $100. It was like $102 or something like that. It was like just over $100. And I bought it and I instantly regretted it. I was like, this was such a stupid mistake. These could be weighed. I'll probably get nothing from it. Like, this is so stupid. Why would I do that? So I opened the pack and I pulled a Charizard. I pulled a base set Shadowless Charizard. I lost my mind when I opened this thing, and that regret that I had from buying the pack was immediately erased because this card is worth way more than the pack was ever worth. And I just still can't believe this, that I have this card, and that I pulled it. I went and got it graded. Obviously, you see it's a PSA 9. This was, for my only card I have ever gotten graded so far. Back in the day, it was only like $10 to get a card graded, but you had to wait a while. I think I had to wait like a month or two to get it back. I don't know if it was 2 months. It might have been like around a month to get it back. And I figured it was gonna get a 9 because it has a little bit of whitening on it. It's a little bit right there, and then the big one right there is what basically called it. But other than that, there's no print lines on it. It's really well centered, and it's just such a stunning card. And this is why, this is basically what started my, I wanted to get every holo in Shadowless base sets. So I bought some holo, Shadowless base set holos online for PSA 9. I went for PSA 9 just because this is what started it all. And on top of that, PSA 9s are worth way less than PSA 10s. And the difference is so minimal, it does not matter. It's like the slightest off centering, maybe a little bit of whitening on the back. Like, that is literally it. Like, I mean, you look at this card on the surface looks perfect. There's just a little bit of whitening that you can hardly see in the corners. That's basically it. That's what made this from a 10 to a 9. But yeah, I decided to try to get all of the holos from Shadowless base set, which I don't have. I don't even think I have half of them yet, but here's just the collection I have bought online of PSA 9 base set holos. We got a Gyarados, which I think is really cool. We got, this one's actually not Shadowless, unfortunately. This is a first edition Machamp. Now, the funny thing about Machamp is that it was from like a theme deck or some other promo pack or something. They were all first edition. Now, there are some that are actually Shadowless first edition, and I do want to get one of those because this is like the unlimited first edition one. It's got the shadow on it. It's different. It's like a reprint of it, even though they all say first edition. So this one's kind of the odd one out, but it goes in my stack of my graded cards that I bought online. Moving on, we have the Shadowless Nitto King PSA 9. Which I really like this card. This card's really cool. It's one of my favorites from base sets. We got this Ninetales PSA 9, which I believe the least expensive holos in base sets are the Ninetales and the Magneton. There could be another one that's a lot less expensive, but those, for some reason, those two are the least expensive. And I don't know if it has something to do with the fact that like Ninetales completely trolls you and you think it's gonna be a Charizard and it's not. I actually got the Charizard though. Then we got Shadowless Poliwrath, PSA 9. They're all PSA 9. And then one of my favorites, obviously the Charizard is my favorite, but this is my second favorite one I have. It is this Venusaur, which the Venusaur was pretty inexpensive. I think people have realized that all the starters are just the coolest ones, so I think Venusaur has gone up a lot in price. But I just love this artwork of Venusaur. This is one of the coolest artworks in base set. It would be like, it would have been really cool to pull this, but I'm not gonna buy any more base set packs, that's for sure. I've had my fair share. I pulled the holy grail of cards, but those are my graded cards. My PSA 9 Shadowless base set. sets except for the Machamp, which, who knows, maybe I'll sell the Machamp and then use the money to buy a Shadowless one. I think that'd be kind of cool too. But moving on, you saw all of those unlimited rare non-hollows. But what's interesting is that I think I bought, I mean, how many non-hollow rares were in there? Like five or six? I think I bought like 7 or 8 packs. They were significantly cheaper than the Shadowless packs. But, you know, first pack I opened, I pulled another Charizard. So, I actually pulled 2 base set Charizards, Shadowless and Unlimited. It's mind-blowing that I've done this. I want to get this card graded. I thought for sure this card was a huge contender for a PSA 10. As you can see, there's like perfect centering. There's like no whitening on it at all. And the only thing I recently discovered is that there is the faintest of factory lines above the wing. I can't even get the camera to focus on it. Let me see. I don't really want to take it out of this sleeve, but let me see if I can use this light to shine on it. It is really hard to show on camera, this factory line. You can kind of see it now. It's between the 2 wings above it. It's there. It's very faint. It extends past the wings. It's a factory line. But I have a feeling that would just make it a 9. I doubt I'd get a 10 with a factory line on it. It is the faintest factory line. In fact, I thought it didn't have any factory lines for the longest time. And then one day I just saw it like hit the light the right way and I noticed it. So unfortunate that it has a factory line. But if I got like a 9 on this, I would be over the moon because I'd have 2 9s of Charizard that I have pulled. These are like my favorite cards I'll ever own. If you guys are interested in like the price of these cards, I think I recently checked. The price of this card is around like $7,000 now. It peaked around $25,000 back when like everything was expensive, and yeah, like everyone has told me to sell it, but it's like when I first pulled this card and got it graded, it was worth about $2,000, and it's like one of those things like, yeah, $2,000 is nice, but it's more to have the card that I have pulled myself over the money, because $2,000, that can't really get you too far. Obviously it's gone up in price, like $25,000. Probably could have sold it, but it's like I had never planned to sell it, so I don't plan on ever selling it. But we do have the base set Charizard, and then I also pulled another holo from base set. I pulled a base set Gyarados. So I've pulled a Gyarados and 2 Charizard holos from base sets. That is my statistics from base set, it seems. This Gyarados is in like not so great condition. I packed fresh. It's got good centering, but it's got a lot of silvering on like the bottom. I don't know if you can see it right there. There's like, it's just all around this edge. There's just silvering everywhere. So unfortunate, and there's whitening on the corners too. That's just what happens sometimes with cards. They just happen to be like that. So those are really cool. I also have, when I was trying to pull the first edition Dragonite holo, as you saw, I was talking about my first edition fossil packs. We did pull some holos from that. I pulled first edition Raichu, which this one's the favorite of what I've pulled. I don't think it's the most valuable. I think this Kabutops is the most valuable. Both of these really good condition as well. There's like no whitening, really good centering. I don't think there's factory lines on either of these, but yeah, I think the Kabutops is the more valuable one, but I think the Raichu's cooler. And then I got this this Haunter, which, believe it or not, is a holo. It's got not the greatest holo pattern on it. It's kind of hard to see. You can see it kind of shimmer a little bit, but kind of a lame holo. Gengar would have been way cooler, but you know, it's a first edition fossil holo. Like, how can I be mad? That I pulled. One thing that really sucks about this card is that it's got just this mad nig on the right corner. I don't know. Everything else is flawless, but like this is just unfortunate. So first edition fossils, unfortunately couldn't get the Dragonite, maybe later. But, and then the 2 base set holos, really cool. Now, we're gonna take a side because pulling this this Shadowless Charizard, it just kind of got me hooked on the whole, like, base set Charizard hype, which is one of the main reasons I went for evolution so hard. So here is my Charizard collection. As I mentioned before, I was going for the Charizard pre-release evolutions, and I got 3 Gyarados, a Mewtwo, and a Machamp. But here is the Charizard I pulled, and then we got some holo Charizards from evolutions. We got a reverse holo Charizard. I only pulled 1 reverse holo Charizard from evolutions, and it's got pretty bad centering. Like, that's pretty bad, but whatever. It's a Charizard. Now we got Japanese Charizard holos. So this is like my entire base set Charizard collection. It'd be cool to get some other ones like the Legendary Collection ones and the reverse holo, but really expensive. I really hope I can get my hands on the Celebration set to try to pull a Charizard from that, because they're reprinting base set Charizard from that set as well. So I'm really excited about that. There's other cards I want to get from that set as well, like the reprinted Shinings and whatnot. So, but yeah, that was the best of the best that I have from my collection. I'll probably skip through a lot of the regular like holos and reverse holos, but yeah, this video is going to be pretty long, so if you stayed till the end, thank you guys for watching. I will also give away some code cards, because I have all these code cards sitting here that I don't know what to do. And so here we go. We got some code cards. That's a Vivid Voltage set. There's Vivid Voltage. I just smacked my camera. So we're just gonna show off all these. I'll probably speed this up a little bit just so the video doesn't last even longer than it needs to be. But here's some Vivid Voltage packs, it appears. This is a 1-pack Grookey blister. This is the 1-pack Scorbunny blister. Vivid Voltage pack. We got a Champion's Path code. Another Vivid. Champion's Path collection box. Oh, we got some Shining Fates codes. Interesting. I guess I did pull a lot of Shining Fates. I just thought I gave away all of them already, but here we go. Hopefully these all work. There could be some that I have given away already, but I think I would have thrown them out if I had given them away, so there's that. The Crobat VMAX collection box. There's the Dragapult VMAX collection box. And the last code card I have. So, thank you for staying till the end. You are rewarded for your efforts. Hopefully this isn't a super long video. Hopefully I can cut out a lot of it, but that is my entire Pokemon TCG collection. There's a lot of cards I want to get that probably are pretty expensive that I just don't have the money for. So maybe down the future, if YouTube works out, you know, we could get more adds to the collection. I'd love to share more collection stuff with you guys. Another thing is I'm about to get 50 shinies for my Kanto Shiny Living Dex, so there'll be another like shiny collection video, another collection video in that sense. So stay tuned for that. Make sure you're subscribed if you're new, but until then, thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, ring those notification bells, all that good stuff. Be sure to join the domination, and I will see you in the next video.